Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Hi, everybody. Is this a new ensemble? I love that. Hi, everybody. Monday, people. Starting a brand new week. Let's get started, everybody. Good morning. Okay. We're fired up about the Vikings. Have a seat, everybody. Let's get started. Happy Monday. Welcome to a brand new week. Congratulations. Congratulations to the Vikings. Yeah, I watched a little bit. And I know she watched because she's Sporty Spice. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Julie, the cruise director. It's Kendall, everybody. There we go.
Hi.
Yes. I love that ensemble. It's a little Pacific Princessy. I love it.
Thank you.
Right, audience? That's a little. It's a little love boat.
Yeah, my mom calls it my flight attendant ensemble.
Yeah. I was gonna, or Julie, the cruise director. If you had a clipboard, it would be perfect.
Oh, I will work on that for you.
No, it does. I love that though.
Thank you.
It's not new. You haven't worn it on the show before, have you?
I've maybe worn it like one other time. It's one of those dresses that I forget about because it always feels too fancy, but it's not.
It's not?
It's just perfectly fancy.
Do I hear jingle bells? I'm hearing jingle bells like Santa's here. Is that Aaron's phone? It's Aaron Schwab's phone? Are you kidding me?
I thought it was
it's your phone? Aaron Schwab's phone just went off.
You could like hear the cicadas.
It sounded like cicadas or Santa Claus coming in to give the audience presents. Aaron Schwab. Can we take the shot at Kendall? She has a clipboard now. She looks fully like Julie, the cruise director.
I have your itinerary.
No. You're supposed to say the Aloha deck is down the hall.
The Aloha deck is down the hall.
Perfect. There we go.
Well, thank you.
That was fantastic. Did you watch all of the sports ball things over the weekend? Yeah.
The sports ball
Hey, football season is here.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I mean, mostly the Vikings game.
Yes.
Obviously.
We won.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It was a great game. I've got I play fantasy football. I've got Cook and Thielen, and you're laughing at me, but I do have them both on my team, and you don't. Okay, never mind.
Cook and Thielen. That sounds like a kitchenware store.
Oh yeah, a little bit. They did well.
Thank you, audience. I appreciate that. It's Monday. I'll warm up eventually. Yes. Cook and Thielen. Where did you get that spoon? Cook and Thielen.
Yes,
that's
Cook and
right.
Thielen.
Well, you would be very proud of me, Sporty Spice, because not only did I watch just a tinge of the Vikings game, I went to a Twins game.
You went to it? Well, you like baseball.
I love
You're
baseball.
A baseball
Yeah,
fan.
I was supposed to go on Friday, but I got a 24-hour bug. I felt like crap on Friday night, so I didn't go. But anyway.
Am I gonna get that?
No, I'm fine. I'm not a carrier monkey. It's
well,
fine.
I don't
it's not
know.
Like we
between
didn't
you
make
and
out
Ted,
or anything. I mean, we're good. Yeah.
Well, between you and Ted's eyeball, it's like.
Yeah, and I should update the people because you guys are so nice. On Friday, I told you that producer Ted's eyeball, his eye swelled like it was about the size of this cup.
Yeah.
It's all good. It was down by Friday night. He's all good.
He looked like a cyborg.
He did. He looked something like that. Can I ask you something? Speaking of going to sporting events and people do the beer and stuff, do you guys read? There is a shortage in America of White Claw.
I know.
People are losing their mind because White Claw is the thing. It's there's a saying that says claw. Nothing.
Oh, something but claws.
Drop the claw or claws down. Claws down. Raise the claw. I don't know. But anyway, it's a seltzer beverage. It's the new Zima. You were too young for Zima, yeah.
Zima?
But Zima was really hot for a while, and Bartles and James.
Is that like Zima?
Zima was a malt beverage. It was a malt beverage. It was clear, and then it tasted like it was.
Zima?
It was awful. Did you like? Oh, producer Jeff has some Zima in his fridge right now.
Honestly, I thought that was the stuff you take before a colonoscopy.
No.
Zima is not the colonoscopy stuff.
No, it is not. No, it is not. But there is a shortage of White Claw. They can't make it fast enough.
At least the summer is wrapping up.
Yeah.
So, we can put the White Claw aside, but people got to move over to Truly. I don't know what they're going to do.
Move on to what? What is?
They do not like non-Truly people in the house.
What is really quick?
It's another seltzer, beverage thing.
Oh, I got it. Okay, Truly. I'll write that down.
But I've been told from the audience, do not do that. So never mind.
Never mind. Let's get to the hot dish. Here we go, everybody. I saved you there. First up, friends, a little country, a little rock and roll. Donnie and Marie were on CBS Sunday Morning yesterday. Again, CBS Sunday Morning, I love you, one of my favorite shows. And among the things they talked about, their squeaky clean image, and if they ever thought that that image hurt some career opportunities. Listen to Donnie's story.
It absolutely hindered my career. It closed certain doors. I had a whole plan ready to be executed by my former public relations manager that I was going to get busted for drugs coming in from an international destination.
You were going to fake it?
Oh yeah, fake a drug bust.
Was there ever a part of you that thought about doing it?
Well, the marketing mind in me said, this will work. But then the reasonable mind in me said, it's going to destroy you.
And he stayed true to himself. He stayed true to himself and told the PR person not to do it. Don't go through with it, and boom. I'm glad that he stuck to his guns on that one. That's not who Donnie is, and I don't think anyone would have believed that that would have been Donnie. I mean,
and it could, and because he was so squeaky clean and still is, maybe that would have hurt things way more than it would have helped any kind of an image.
There's Marie right there. They're talking about Marie dealing with different aspects of her personal life and her career. Speaking about her career, today, I believe, is the debut of the new season of The Talk on CBS. She's going to be the moderator. So yeah.
Okay.
Today's a big TV day because we have The Talk, and then we get to see Sharon Osbourne's new face. She's debuting.
Yeah, her new face.
Yeah. So The Talk has a new set. I always love a good new set. They have a new theme song. They have a new host, Marie. And then Sharon Osbourne has a new face. I'm not joking.
For real. She says she has a new face.
Yeah, I didn't make the joke. I don't like to shame people like that because, hello, Botox right there. But she has a new face, so we get to see that. Then Kelly Clarkson's talk show is debuting today on another network. And there's another debut too. Tamron Hall's debuting. So yeah, I know my mom's
left and right.
Yeah, but remember, you don't switch the style. Don't you keep it right her. That's right. Next in the dish, as you know, Felicity Huffman is embroiled in that college admissions scandal. She pleaded guilty to paying someone to take the SAT in place of her daughter. And now, after months of no one coming to her defense publicly, a neighbor from Wisteria Lane has broken her silence. Eva Longoria, who played Gabby on Desperate Housewives with Felicity, was one of 27 people who wrote a letter of support to the judge as Felicity waits to find out what her sentencing is. Eva wrote, there was a time she was bullied at work on Desperate Housewives, but Felicity stepped in and said, enough, and the bullying instantly stopped. She says Felicity could feel she was riddled with anxiety, even though Eva never outwardly complained about the bullying. She says she would not have survived the 10 years on Desperate Housewives if it wasn't for Felicity. I gotta tell you, I gotta just say this. Felicity aside, because, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen to Felicity. If I hear one more, the set of Desperate Housewives had to be as wackadoodle as the rumors had to be. Everybody that I talked to, James Denton used to come on my radio show all the time, and James is a really nice guy, but he spilled a lot of tea. And so we do know that the other women were very mean to Terry Hatcher. They cut her right out. But, maybe Terry was. So Jeff and I were trying to figure out who bullied Eva Longoria. I have two guesses.
Okay.
It's either Terry Hatcher or, and this hurts me to say it.
I know what you're going to say.
Because she was my first girl crush, Nicolette Sheridan. I don't want to think that of my former girlfriend, but I think,
I've done some digging, some researching for this. Okay. Sounds like Terry, from multiple people she's worked with on different shows she's done, that she's quite difficult, end quote, to work with. So that's why I think it's her.
And not my former girlfriend, Nicolette Sheridan?
No, because, Nicolette was not part of this, but at the very end of the show when it wrapped, all the women who were on that final season gave a big thank you to the whole cast and crew, and they did not sign Terry Hatcher's
No, they did
name
not.
on
And James Denton did confirm that.
Yeah.
He did tell me that, yeah. And James lives around here, and he suddenly stopped coming on the show, so I don't know. Did I offend him or something? I don't know. James, if you're watching, come back on the show for heaven's sake. Yeah. He owns a gym, I think, with his wife in Chanhassen. Holy crap, there's a dude in there. There's 3 dudes in our audience today. Oh my, it's Dude Day on the Jason Show. That's great. Next in the dish, Stephen King is having a moment. It Part 2 is on fire at the box office, and now we're getting a look at the trailer, the new sneak peek for Dr. Sleep. Now, the film, Dr. Sleep, is based on a King novel by the same name, and if you don't know, it is a sequel to The Shining, and it's set several decades later. Look at this.
Not many ride the bus this far north. You're running away from something? I'm running away from myself, I guess.
Hi. You can hear me. You're magic. Like me.
I don't know about magic. I always called it The Shining. The world is a hungry place. A dangerous place.
These people, they hurt people like us.
Okay. It's very hard to follow up a movie like The Shining, but this looks pretty good. It stars Ewan McGregor as Danny Torrance, the boy blessed and cursed by supernatural abilities. We will get this movie in theaters in November. Have you ever seen The Shining?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Oh, good. Yeah. So the way it's
So
shot, I heard a great description of it. It's dread. The way that Stanley Kubrick shot that movie, there's just a sense of dread that
Throughout.
hangs over that whole movie. I mean, like, he takes music out when most conventional horror movies or thrillers would put music in.
Right.
He takes it out, so it's just silence. And anyway,
Terrifying.
I swear the rest of the show won't be as scary as that. We have a lot more to come. Stay right there. Back after this, everybody. Coming up, what did you do last night? Well, Kendall spent the evening with the music icon. No, seriously, she did. It's Kendall and Sting one-on-one. And Christopher Straub is back with a great painting project that you can do with your kiddos. That's all coming up, so stay right there. Welcome back. Christopher Straub still ahead. Well, on Mondays we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen from TMZ, give some love to Sean. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Jason. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Kicking off this Monday, a lot going on.
That's right. First up, Ariana Grande is talking about her ex, the late Mac Miller. What's she saying?
That's right. So our sources close to Ariana Grande are telling us that she is hoping that the individual who supplied Mac Miller with oxycodone pills laced with fentanyl is going to spend time behind bars. Now, he was arrested last week by federal investigators who do believe that he was the one that supplied the pills that ultimately led to Mac Miller's accidental overdose. However, he is not the only one involved in this situation. Investigators are also looking at a madam as well as a prostitute, both of whom Ariana feels should spend time behind bars for contributing to, Mac's accidental overdose, which led to his death, and think that they played on his, his addiction as well as his suffering.
Unbelievable. Next up, in this story I'm so fascinated by. So Britney Spears' doctor has died suddenly, and it comes at a very complicated time for Brit.
That's right. So to give a little bit of backstory, there is drama over her conservatorship, right? Her father has announced that he's trying to step down from the conservatorship only for a year. And this is, of course, because of the domestic violence allegations against him that were made by Kevin Federline involving Britney's 13-year-old son. Now, before that, there was the Free Britney movement and Lynn Spears, who was trying to get involved with the conservatorship. and trying to give Britney more freedom. Well, so all of this is happening, and in the middle of all this, Britney's doctor, Timothy Benson, who is a psychiatrist who's been really involved in Britney's care for many years, he passed away tragically at only age 48 at the end of August due to an aneurysm. Now, the reason why this is relevant is that the court has ordered a review of Britney's treatment because Britney allegedly sought, well, no, not allegedly, we actually know, she sought additional help because her cocktail of medicine and treatment wasn't working for her. And that's when all of this, Free Britney movement started and everything. So the court may review this doctor's, treatment of Britney and decide that something else is needed. And now there's no doctor really in place to make recommendations.
This is what I was wondering too, Sean. Where is Lynn? Where is we have not heard from Britney's mom at all on any of this.
So Lynn is actually a really interesting piece of this puzzle. Lynn started commenting on social media when this whole Free Britney movement started. She was interacting with a lot of Britney's fans who believed that Britney was being held against her will. Now, our sources are telling us that Britney was not being held against her will when she sought treatment. But Lynn has reconciled with Britney and is actually spending a lot of time with her lately. And there's actually a hearing today, and we're told that Lynn is going to be there. So Lynn is really stepping up her role in trying to be involved in this conservatorship. And, it seems as if she might even try and wrest the conservatorship away from Jamie.
Yeah, it sounds like that's probably a good idea. Finally, Queen Latifah talking about Nicki Minaj and Nicki's retirement, and then no retirement, and then retirement, and then no retirement.
That's right. So, Nicki Minaj last week kind of took people off guard on Twitter by saying that she was going to retire from the rap game, and she just wants to focus on her life, being Mrs. Petty. She's married now, starting a family, and we got Queen Latifah out over the weekend, and we asked her what she thought of it, and she said, you know what, you guys, let Nicki live her life. You got to go live your life, but once you're a rapper, you're always a rapper, and she's going to come back, but she just needs a little bit of a break. And that seems to be, what we're hearing as well, is that Nicki's been feeling a little bit pressed, a lot of pressure on her from fans and critics, and so she just wants to step away for a minute, but she's definitely going to come back, it seems.
Yeah, I said, Sean, she must be, my prediction was, or my guess was, I bet she's really sick of the Cardi B comparisons and what all the stuff that
That's
comes
a part
with
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely Nicki has been under a lot of scrutiny for the last couple of years. You remember before the whole Cardi B drama, there was the Remy Ma drama between her, in that whole beef. So really, it makes sense that at this time that she's going to maybe step back for a minute, but I have no doubt that Nicki's going to come back harder than ever.
Absolutely. Sean, have a good week. Thank you so much. TMZ on TV, check your local listings, follow them on social media. Hey, speaking of social media, don't forget to go to the Jason Show Facebook page, click the ticket tab. We have seats in our audience for this week and next. All you have to do is click the ticket tab, tell us what date you want to come. You're in by 9:15 and you're out by 11:15. You can even just miss a little bit of work and come see us. And we've had a lot of company trips lately. If you are in charge of a company and you want to do a company outing, we can accommodate that as well. We've had a lot of fun with groups and such. Well, still ahead, Kendall sat down with Sting, like the real Sting, ahead of his performance at the Ordway last night. But next, Wendy Williams is making the rounds before she gets back to her first show. And Andy Cohen did not hold back when she visited Watch What Happens Live. What did Wendy say? I'll tell you when we return. Back after this, everybody.
As a newly single lady in the city, I would imagine Wendy identifies as a Carrie. But since I identify as a Samantha, I want to get the naked truth about how single life has been treating Wendy. So here's what, let's get into it with Wendy and the city.
Oh, God.
Wendy, you stated on your show in July you were seeing a doctor who you really liked. Are you still seeing this mystery man?
I see many men.
Okay. What is the oldest and youngest age you could see yourself dating? Because there was a younger man that you were hanging out with a little bit too.
No, not like that.
Okay.
Okay, the youngest would be 48, the oldest 65.
Youngest would be 48?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you date someone shorter than you?
5'8" only.
Okay. I love her so much. She has a specific height requirement, that's it. 5'8".
That's it.
Did you care about height or
I did my whole
thing?
life, oddly enough. And then when I met Jordan, and he's shorter than me, and I was like, oh, I really love you though.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No, that's why when people get when people get hung up on stuff,
Right.
that can all go away if you meet just the right person.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, Andy didn't waste the opportunity, as you could tell there, to make Wendy play another one of his classic games, Plead the Fifth. Now, if you don't know, this is where she can only plead the fifth to one of Andy's questions. Look at this.
How would you describe your relationship with the other woman? And are you behind the Ferrari repo?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a Ferrari that was repossessed.
I saw it.
Yeah. How would you describe your relationship with that woman?
I don't know these people. I don't know
You've
the
never met her.
baby.
You've
I don't
never
know
met
the
her.
woman. I mean, I don't know who Kevin became. I don't know who I am. Get out of here, Andy.
Okay, Wendy. You have interviewed dozens of Real Housewives on your talk show.
Okay.
Who has been your least favorite to interview?
I don't have a least favorite.
You don't?
No, because I produce my own show, so when I invite them on, it's because I like them.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You have people on that you like.
Right.
Yeah. Wendy never pleading the fifth to questions about her husband's infidelity. She returns for her 11th season next week. You know what? At first, remember, we were a little critical because she seemed a little cagey about whatever was going on with her life. But once it was revealed, I will tell you, she is an open book now.
Yep.
She answered the ladies of The View. She answered Andy. And those aren't easy questions. I mean, what is your relationship with the mistress? That is, Andy.
I feel like she was still processing all of it when she was
Yep.
being a little cagey. Like, let me have a minute to digest this situation. Big situation.
Yeah.
But now it's like, here you go.
Can I just tell you, I'm looking at you in the monitor. You look real beautiful today. You look real beautiful today. I'm looking at you. Yeah, just look at you in our monitor.
Thank you. It's that Sting vibe.
It is.
I have, yes, I will tell you when we talk about Sting, but I have a thing to tell you.
Oh, okay. And I have a thing to tell you all about Kendall. So I gave her a compliment, but I got to tell you, this is how much I love her because she's just cute as a speckled pup, as they say in the South. During the commercial break, she's talking to Florida director Evan, and she goes, Jace. I go, yeah. She's, what's that show with the 4 girls that live with that woman? And I'm such a nerd with TV. I go, oh, Facts of Life. And that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew you would know.
But I love, in thinking about that, what a generic description. What's that show with the 4 girls who live with that woman?
But we know each other enough that I know that you would knew that, and you knew that I wouldn't know a show from that time.
Era. Yeah, it's called the 80s. It's called the 80s.
Oh, the 80s.
What do you mean that time? Well, it was in the pilgrimage.
It was BK.
We had cars, rotary phones.
I was not around. I don't know.
I know. It was
I
a
just don't
fantastic.
know.
I'm sad for you. It was fantastic. The 80s were great.
It wasn't fantastic
The
because I wasn't
Goonies,
there.
fruit roll-ups, lunch boxes.
We had fruit roll-ups.
We were allowed to have trapper keepers in schools.
What's
It was
that?
great.
What's a trapper keeper?
Oh, trapper keepers were the bomb. I'll tell you later. Anyway, still ahead, everybody. As you just heard, Kendall recaps meeting Sting and gives us her thoughts on his very, very personal concert when we return. Back in a moment.
What do we got from the all send of the weather? Where we work in horizontal rain and shiver in the cold. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got nought. We got nought else.
Welcome back. That is music legend Sting performing in the musical The Last Ship. It's a show inspired by his own childhood, featuring music and lyrics from, well, you guessed it, Sting. Welcome back. The Last Ship is coming to the Ordway Center for the Performing Arts next spring, with Sting performing in the show. And last night, he sang, Sting sang a few songs from the show to a very personal crowd at the Ordway. Look at this.
It's all there in the Gospels. The Magdalene girl comes to pay her respects, but her mind is a whirl when she finds the tomb empty. The stone had been rolled, not a sign of a corpse. In the dark and the cold, when she reaches the door.
Beautiful. Kendall and photographer Eric were repping the Jason Show last night. They were there to hear Sting perform and chat with him about the show. And as you can imagine, Kendall was pretty excited.
This is exciting. We're all getting ready. We're about to talk to Sting. That whiteboard.
Okay.
That whiteboard.
That whiteboard right there. That's where it's happening. Not Sting.
Give it up for Kendall, everybody. Hello. Okay. How was it?
I haven't washed my hand.
Yeah, that is the hand he touched?
Yeah.
That looked very, I keep saying it was very personal.
It
How many were in attendance? How big was the audience?
They said there was only 150 people with media. So,
Okay.
I mean, there were probably 20 to 30 media people. So, you know, it was a pretty small, very intimate group. And he's so good with that, too.
Yeah, and he was basically like right there next to you.
He was right there. He was like, I could never afford those tickets.
Okay.
It's like
yeah.
how close I was.
I love that.
Yeah.
We have another little bit of his performance?
Yes, we've got more of his work right here. It's so good.
But as I stood there gazing at where the river meets the sea, I somehow dared to venture this, a place for you and me. I want you, Meg, by my side.
He's aged so well. His voice hasn't changed at all.
No.
His voice is so clear. It has not changed a bit. So what was it like? Were you?
It was amazing. This song specifically was one of the last ones he sang. And everyone, I think that got the most applause. And he didn't really say this is the end. It's just people really held on to it. And the whole story in itself, what was really interesting about him is that he said that although the characters, they're not based off of just him, they're just different people that, you know, he has memories of. Everything was so personal to him. And you could really feel that. I thought that was really cool. And he was open to sharing that with the audience. But,
What were the people, were they equally responding the way that you were?
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to like hold it together and be all like business professional.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm here representing the Jason Show.
Yeah.
But no, everyone was so excited to see him, and he was so kind to everyone. You can't tell, of course, because of how it's all lit, but it was only to row G with people, so that's not that many rows in theater, A through G. They all had a cocktail. It was just this very relaxed atmosphere. Aaron Schwab was there too, so we touched base a little bit.
Of course.
Aaron Schwaberini. She gave me the dish, and I was like, oh my God, I'm never.
Did her phone go off during Sting's performance, or or does she save that just for our show?
Just for us.
Just for our show. That's very nice of her.
Yeah, it was
I'm
just
giving
for
her
us.
crap because she's right there. So not only did you get to watch him perform, but you got to chat with him.
Jason,
Yeah.
I wanted to die. I was so nervous.
How did he smell? Would he smell good?
Yeah.
Y'all can laugh. That's what you want to know, don't you?
Yeah. So he was about my height in heels, so like 5'11", 5'10" maybe. Very warm hands, very soft.
Okay.
And it was one of those people that he meets so many people that he always says, "Nice to see you," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you fancy?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see this. Let's look at Kendall interviewing Sting, everybody.
I'd been in a period of writer's block, I mean, not knowing what to write. As soon as I decided to write about my hometown, out these songs came as if they'd been fully formed inside me, and it was projectile vomiting. It was, wow, where did this come from?
It's quite the visual.
I'm sorry, but that's all I could think of.
It works. You said that it helped you because you were creating music for characters other than yourself, but everyone you talked about when you were performing just now sounded like someone you knew or part of you.
There's far more of me in this play than I'd intended, just unconsciously. I think I'm in most of the characters.
I was very curious, why St. Paul?
Why St. Paul?
I mean,
why not?
I love St. Paul,
Okay.
but yeah, I think we're very happy about it.
Head up the river from New Orleans. Where do you get to?
It's true. You can get all the way up there from here.
I've heard.
Excellent.
Anyway,
thank you very much.
Lovely to talk to you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
I love. Kendall's like, why are you here? Why are you here?
Well, we only had 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's very yeah.
Yeah, and they had cut me, and I was like, well, Aaron wanted me to ask, so I'm going to ask for Miss Schwab. Why St. Paul?
Why? Yeah, why?
So I'm like getting up while I'm asking the question.
Because it's a great city, right, St. Paul? That's right.
I mean, we're thrilled about it,
Yeah.
but a lot of his stops had to do with different areas that have sort of experienced the thing the musical is about, the shipyard closing.
Oh, okay.
So Detroit, Toronto, different places like that. So it was kind of like,
Of course, with the access of the river.
Paul,
Yeah.
but it was, he is beautiful, y'all.
But to answer, executive producer Jeff brought up a good point. What did he smell like? You didn't really answer that question.
Very clean, like an earthy.
Is it soap clean or like?
What's that company called? Aveda. He smelled like Aveda clean. He didn't smell like
Aveda's
Aveda,
gonna love
but
to
like
hear that. That's
earthy.
right. The last ship starring Sting is coming to the Ordway in St. Paul, starting in April of next year. For more information, go to ordway.org. Still ahead, everybody. We're talking pull tabs. I love to play them. You love to play them. Kendall doesn't know how to play them. Wait till you hear what I pulled yesterday. And then Christopher Straub is here. He's a winner, too, with fun crafting ideas for the kids. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, friends. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, if you want to come see us this week, we have seats available. All you have to do is go to the Jason Show Facebook page, click tickets, sign up, in by 9:15. You're out by 11:15. You'll be greeted by the beautiful and talented Aaron Schwab. We have a good time, I'm telling you. I tell you secrets I can't say on TV. That's right. Talk about people. No, I'm just joking. No, anyway, yeah. I give you the dish is what I do. Yeah, over the weekend, I played one of my favorite things. Y'all know this about me, pull tabs. I have to say it slowly because I say pool tabs. Yeah, pull tabs. And I have to say, and not just me, but I play in a group, we won big. Like, how big? Look at this. $1,000. That's right. $1,000 we pulled. So why are you shaking your head, Kendall?
Happens to me.
Yeah. Okay, now we're doing this not to be in a braggadocious way, but we're doing it because, Kendall, you have legit questions.
I do.
Because Minnesota is a pull tab playing place.
It is.
I will tell you. Yeah.
And whenever Jason pulls something and then you post it, I'm always messaging him right away. And I'm like, how do you keep winning at this? So how do you pick which box you choose?
Okay, here's the deal. Let me say two things. First, I only post the winners. Now, let me say, so you have no idea. People always go, you are very lucky. Yes, we are, but we play, and when I say we, it's me and my mother-in-law, Mama Haas. We play a lot.
Okay.
So we just went through a really long, not good luck streak. We haven't won in a very long time, and then we won a couple weeks ago.
Right.
So our luck is picking up. Anyway, so the strategeries is you look at the boxes available. The strategeries.
Oh.
You look at the strategy, Kendall. I'm being dumb. You look at all the boxes available.
Yeah.
And you look at how many winners are still in the box.
Okay.
Now, I do not like playing unposted. Do you know what unposted means?
No.
Unposted means that they do not tell you what winners have already been pulled out of the box. I don't like unposted. I think that's trickery. Anyway.
Does it say like how much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because every box has like so many like $100 winners. There are so many $50 winners. Look at how many winners are still in the box, and then look at how low the box is. If it's a full box, you kind of want to stay away from it unless, now remember this, unless it's a new box, unless it just started, because I have found in my experience, there's always winners on top. In a new box. There's always winners.
Okay.
So either brand new box or wait till it's decreased, and there are a good amount of winners still left in there. That's the strategery.
Okay, and
that
do
yeah.
you do like the $2 box, the $5 box? Like?
Well, I do $2 boxes usually, but we were feeling our Wheaties last night, and we put in $40. That's all we put in yesterday. That's all we put in. We wanted thank you. We only put in $40, and we wanted to do it one more time with our buddy Jamie, who's in our audience all the time from Serums. We said, let's just go big or go home. So we all put in $40 into the $5 box, and that's how we won the $1,000. Yeah, thanks to Jamie. Jamie pulled that one.
Okay.
But yeah.
I have one more question. If you win, are you supposed to tip the person that pulls? Is that how it works?
Thank you for asking, because you know, as a former server, I'm big on tipping.
Right.
Yes, you do. Courtesy says you tip the person.
Okay, like how much?
Well, it all depends on...
Like a ratio, like a percentage ratio?
About 10%, yeah,
Okay.
usually. Yeah.
Okay.
So, usually.
Got it, I'm ready to play.
You good? There we go. Still ahead, everybody. He's a winner all the time. Christopher Straub is here. We're painting. Well, he's painting. I'm going to watch when we return. Back after this. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thanks for spending a little bit of your morning with us. When it comes to fun projects with your kids, our next guest has all the good ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our good friend, Christopher Straub.
Hey,
Hi, Christopher.
Hey, Jason.
How are you?
Super.
Oh, congratulations, back to school. The boys are...
they're in school. Our two kids are kindergartner and a first grader now.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Before we know it, they're going to be in high school.
I look forward to it.
That's right, yes, yeah. I sense a paint theme here, my
so we're
friend.
doing painting, and I have all levels of painting, starting with no mess painting, which you're going to help me with, and then the messiest of paints.
That's down there. We'll have Aaron Schwab do that one.
Right.
That's right, yeah,
I'll do that one.
So let's start here.
So
You
we're
take
going to
over
start
down
here. So this is really easy. This is going to be, so my kid did this last night.
That, can I say, that is beautiful.
Isn't that fun? So like, you know.
I would hang that up in my house.
See, that's right. Not everything your kid does is like frame-worthy. Like this is actually great. This is actually a really cool thing, and I'll kind of speak to it later. But
is that pretty, audience? I would hang that up. Yeah.
It almost looks like a tie-dye effect. Okay, so what you're gonna need is this is all like dollar store stuff.
Perfect.
You are not gonna need to spend a lot of money. So you're gonna need a canvas, either a mounted canvas with a wood one, or there's like really flat canvases.
Can you get canvases at the dollar store? Mm-hmm. Shut up, really? Okay.
And then a heavier plastic bag. So, but the translucent is better. So if you like cellophane wrap is not gonna work. You want a little bit
heavier.
of bulk.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to do is kind of nest that in there right now.
Nest the canvas in the bag, okay.
And then what I'm going to do is sort of frame it here. I'll kind of do this so you can
so
see
the
on
camera can
TV.
see it. Yeah.
Oh, we're on a TV show.
Yeah.
So I kind of...
visual medium, Christopher.
Now I learned. All right, so what you're going to want to do as the parent or the responsible person is you sort of... Oh, see, there you go. I probably made it even more messy now that I did that because I'm trying to be quick. All right, so you kind of frame the paint on
just
the
on the
canvas,
sides, or
just on the
framing,
canvas. Because what the fun part is kind of squishing all the paint into the middle.
Okay.
All right. And so, like I said, I might. Oh, and no.
So you just glob it in there.
Just glob it on.
And then you put it in the bag.
So you just put it in the bag. Kind of make it.
What are you gonna do?
No. This is what you're gonna do.
Okay.
So you can use your fingers and just start squishing like a Taco Bell packet. Just start squishing around. Don't you ever just sit with like a little packet of mayonnaise? Go ahead. You're not going to get messy.
So just squish around?
Yeah, so squish around, and you can push towards the middle. If kids like you're a little rough sometimes, you can use like the back of a...
Judging my squishing?
The back of a spoon.
Okay.
And you can push around. And so what that's going to do is mix all these colors together. Once you're satisfied, then you're going to take off you want to spend a little bit more time on it, so we don't have a lot of time.
No, it's...
But once you take the plastic off, let it dry, and it's going to look like kind of this. Oh, you think your shot's about?
Yeah.
It's going to look like this kind of fun watercolor look, which is actually weirdly popular in advertising. Oh, look at you did really good.
Thank you.
So good.
At first you were judging me, and now I think you're going to have to eat some crow.
Well, you always say that your abilities are not the best, but I think you're officially an artist. All right. So you can sign.
I bought something like that at Home Goods 2 days ago.
That's right. Yeah, you can sign this, and then
you want to
we can sell
hire
that.
me? It'll be my 6th job. Just go down and Jason Matheson. Okay, there we go.
So this one, take a look at this, Jason.
What is that?
So
Let's
this
take a
looks
shot.
like a professional botanical.
If you say that your children did that.
This I did, because this is a little messy.
I was gonna say.
It's a little messy. So what you want to do is the same kind of canvas here.
Okay.
Put a lot of white on, because you want this to be wet.
Okay, I was gonna notice. So audience, you want wetness here. Wetness.
Wet.
Yes.
Wet.
Okay.
So we want to cover this, get it wet and even.
Wet and even.
Wet and even, or whatever.
Okay.
All right. So then you're gonna pick some colors that you want. We'll call these flowers. How about that?
And you want to start with the wet and even base. You should be white.
Yeah, I like white. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because
for preliminary, let's start white.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So then I like to mix a couple different colors. You can pick some different hues.
I like those 3
there.
colors. Yeah.
All right. So the thing that made this one so special. So string pulling art is kind of a fad in like
string pulling
art. That's what this is called. And Alexis has probably done this a many times.
Yeah.
But the thing that's going to make this even more cool is instead of string, you use a beaded chain. So this is like any necklace.
We have like
that
1
you would
minute.
get.
So
Oh my gosh. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna nest these in.
Shut up. I think I know what you're doing.
Yep. And so I want to get them fully saturated.
Okay.
Okay. And you can feel free, mix these colors, girl. Mix these colors.
Okay.
Wait, is that not appropriate for on air?
No,
girl.
no.
Mix these.
No, there's a drinking game. The amount of times I say girl, people
Oh,
will
okay.
be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what you want to do is, so I'm gonna lay this down, and I'm not gonna like overlap it, loop it around. Okay.
Okay.
So watch.
Shut. That is cool. That is awesome, Christopher Straub.
So this one's a little messy. Here, let me turn this around. So you can layer some of these on top of each other. You're gonna get this really cool effect. Like you'll see here, I did this 4 times on the finished product. And yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Ted, let's take a break. Let's just wrap up here. I don't want to rush you, because
This isn't a demo. I could just tell you about this if you want.
No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Jason.
I know.
We'll be right back with more Christopher right after this. Christopher Straub. Kendall joins us. I said to Christopher during the break, and I'll compliment him here on the show, this is my favorite project you've ever done on the show.
Thank you. This is a fun one.
I want to show the audience. Christopher did more during the commercial break. You can see him doing it on our Instagram account. Search for Jason Show TV and follow us and hit the story. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful?
It's
someone in our audience says it's Georgia O'Keeffe worth. Yeah.
O'Keeffe worthy.
Worthy, that's right. Where do you get the chains and stuff?
So this you can get at any jewelry store. They usually come with some other little charms on it, but I'm sure the dollar store has some jewelry you can just do it. And the heavier the beads, the better.
Okay, finally, what was this?
So I wanted to just show, like, you could make your own mats for your photographs. So imagine you have a wedding coming up, or you're giving a gift or whatever. So I painted. That's actually me and my husband from a couple of years ago for our wedding. But you can paint on lace, just regular lace, and you get this really cool effect once you cut it out. So you can do this sort of ombre look, and that's behind there, and that kind of just sets the mood a little bit.
I like that. Kendall, what do you think of? Why don't you hold up my piece of art there?
Okay.
What do you think of that, Kendall?
I mean, I wouldn't buy it.
Oh,
this one's fantastic, though.
Ouch. My kids one?
Yes. Yeah.
Would you buy that one?
Yes.
Why did we have her in this segment? Whose idea was this to have her in this segment?
It was yours, Jason.
You don't like that one?
Is not the best I've ever seen. I'm not saying it's the worst.
My goodness.
It's just not the best
audience,
one.
I want us all to be crystal Carrington clear. I began this show with a compliment for her, and she's ending it with shade for me. There we go, yeah. Okay, the kid one is better.
Okay, well, you just said it.
Well, because he had more time in blue.
And he's a child.
He added
Jason,
blue.
you're comparing yourself to a child.
Tell people where to get a hold of you, Christopher.
Everywhere.
Your social media address.
Instagram at Schmistifer.
He has to say that because I can't say that. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for watching. If you're a kid watching that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you're doing it wrong. And if you see a kid sitting by themselves, go talk to them, smile at them. It makes a difference, everybody. See you tomorrow. Schmistifer.